Hello, I'm County Judge Houston Wells. Welcome to County Connections. Today we're in Edgewood Subdivision with Robert Hewitt, our Planning and Zoning Director, but is actually the project coordinator for this sanitation district program that we're having here in fixing the sewer lines. And Robert, thank you for being here with us. In the background we have a bobcat going from Buchanan Contracting Incorporated, working on a lateral and a main line in somebody's yard. Tell us about this project and what's going on here.
Thank you, Judge Wells. This is a project initiated by the Farmdale Sanitation District. They received monies from the Kentucky Infrastructure Authority, and this contract is actually $103,000. It will repair breaks in the sewer mains and also replace pipes from residents' homes to the main. This project includes 34 replacement of laterals from the homes to the main, and then 6 point repairs to the actual main line itself. The overall result will improve flow into the system and reduce sewer backups in people's homes. These funds will repair these systems in the Edgewood, Meadowbrook, and Farmgate subdivisions.
All right, Robert, we've got three more subdivisions that we hope that we can do some work in like this too. Isn't that right?
That is correct. We're going to request funds from the EPA for doing the same type of project in the Coolbrook, Farmdale, and Evergreen subdivisions. That will hopefully get started this summer. As part of all of these projects, we are also cleaning the systems, running a camera, and surveying all the infrastructure so we'll know where everything is.
That's interesting because I've heard you talk about running a camera system. So actually, what does that entail, and what do you find out when you run a camera system in these sewer lines?
So the camera is like a little tiny robot that's on a cable system, and it has little tracks like a little tank, and it's dropped into the sewer main, and it has a camera and a light on it, and it has a rotating camera lens on it. So we can go through an entire piece of pipe, look up, down, left, and right, and it'll let us know where there are breaks, joint separations, where people's laterals are, and it also helps us assess the condition of that line. We can also map through that camera robot itself as well. So it gives us the information without having to dig up people's yards or the street.
Robert, as we watch Buchanan and this bobcat working right here, we've got that on camera. At this particular house, there are laterals that come from the house to the main, but we have found a break in the main, and so we're fixing not only the laterals, but the main line right here, right? And I bet we're finding a lot of that throughout as we get into this project.
That is correct. We rank the laterals from worst to best. This is an example in which we actually found 2 laterals coming from the same home. So one was an abandoned lateral and one was an active lateral. So we took this opportunity to repair the break in the main and also cap off the lateral that wasn't functioning anymore. So once again, helps tighten up the system, improve efficiency, and reduce the need for additional capacity at the plant.
One of the things I've been privy to, and I'm hoping that we can come up with the picture so Andrew can show the public as we're talking and looking at this project. You see 2 giant trees in the front yard of this house, and most of these houses along this street and in this neighborhood have trees, giant trees in their front yard, and that's where the lateral lines are, and these trees invade the line. So talk to us a little bit about that and how the camera picks that up.
Yes, so root intrusion is very difficult and very hard on sewer lines because it creates a blockage or a pinch point. The roots get into the lateral system and also into the main, and it reduces the flow. And so the camera will identify these locations, which results in some spot repairs, but we also have a cleaning system that has a cutter head on it that can go through and cut the roots out. However, as part of the lateral replacement project, we are removing those trees that are directly over the main that is causing a lot of the main issues. So we're trying to take care of a lot of problems while having an open hole.
Yeah, and I was talking with the contractor, and they said that they are replacing the lines, the main lines and the lateral lines are clay. And this subdivision was built 40 some odd years ago, and it has a system that is antiquated, that the Farmdale Sanitation District has taken over. As part of the changeover, we're putting PVC pipes in, and that allegedly, supposedly, is a better way to keep the roots out of the system.
That is true. It's a much more durable product than the old clay pipes are. It won't separate like clay pipes will, and it also gives us a much tighter fit at the joints.
So, Robert, as we're standing here in this subdivision, and you mentioned that there are some other subdivisions, Edgewood, this is Edgewood, Meadowbrook, and Farmgate. And we've got Farmdale, Coolbrook, and Evergreen
yes,
that are out there. So what do we say to the residents in the other neighborhoods? Where kind of give a history of where we got this money for these three subdivisions, and what we'll do to try to get money for the other subdivisions to do this same type of thing there.
Sure. So this is part of an overall larger project to improve the collection system, the mains and the sewer laterals, because they're going to remain part of the whole system. Ultimately, we're going to do a larger project in which we'll ultimately send this effluent to the city of Frankfort to be treated at their plant. So we're going to maintain the infrastructure that we currently have, make it as good as we can with the funds that are made available, and then we'll send it off and then ultimately eliminate the package plants that are located within each of these subdivisions.
When do we expect this project of these 30 some odd homes to be finished and then moving on?
This current phase, the contract is a 45-day timeline, so we should be done by the first week of April. We hope to be working in the next phase of Coolbrook subdivision this summer to start camera work, cleaning, and survey crews out there. So you'll see us quite often.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, Robert, you and I have. We originally were not part of didn't know much about sewer systems, and we're learning a lot. You especially are learning a whole bunch, and you're doing such a great job, and we're so proud of what you're doing to help the Farmdale Sanitation District, but most of all to help the people of this area, Franklin County. So as we move forward, Robert, what's the future hold for the Farmdale Sanitation District in just a few years out? Can we say that we feel comfortable that we're going to have a new system going with the flow going to the city?
Most definitely. You know, the sanitation district has gone from crawling to running. They now know where most of their system is. We're currently in the process of maintaining it. This investment is something that hasn't happened in many, many years. The residents out here deserve it. It's due, and the Farmdale Sanitation District Board has really worked hard to get us to this point. And with the support of you and the Franklin County Fiscal Court, this couldn't have happened. So I'm proud to be part of this project, and I just want the residents to know that the county and the sanitation district cares, and we will continue to be out here to make this the best system possible.
And Robert, you have been so good. You've just been such a trooper at helping out here. And I know you don't mind me giving out the number. So any of the residents that live in this area, not just Edgewood, but in Coolbrook or Farmdale or Evergreen, if you have an issue, please call 875-8751. You can talk to Robert Hewitt. You can talk to myself, and we'll be out to do what we can to help remedy the situation. I hope that you've learned a lot, or learned at least something today about what's going on in our community and how we're trying to make life better for all of us here in Franklin County. Thank you for watching. We hope that you like and share our program. And we thank Robert Hewitt for being here and the great job he's doing. Thanks again for watching.